everyone, welcome to a new episode of Deus Ex Mankind Divided. This guy wanted to
Jensen,
talk to us.
we need to talk.
I know, but hold on. Yeah, I read this.
That's not consistent with the train station
Talk.
cameras.
My God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station, they'd love to know where we are. You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, Director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason.
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
Do you have 29 likes its privacy?
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
Wow.
You got an MO in this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced.
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is. I need you to find out as much as you can about our Snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
Alright.
Alright, you have any leads?
I traced our hacker Snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hlavny. Just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
See, I would really appreciate, side missions, like, icons to tell me, like, who do I talk to for a side mission, you know? Really appreciate that. I'm just gonna save after this. Yeah. Wow. Whoa. What is going down there? Doesn't look safe. NSN key card. Okay. Sorry. I thought there was a panel.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Got it.
Access granted.
Sir, the last time you used this NSN, the logs failed to lead properly. They're supposed to, but there have been a few peculiarities in NSN functioning recently. I'm looking into their origin. Until further notice, unless you delete your logs manually, anyone who uses the NSN after you will be able to access a record of your communications, including those of a personal nature. This didn't really help me. Oh. What? Well, I mean, I'm gonna see if I can find a key card.
I'll nail it. I know it.
I, Pedro, the snitch of mine who hangs out near Tech Noir, reported there's a storage shed in the courtyard which might be where some of their Tavalis leave payoffs to their friends, the state police. Even give me the code. Gabe. Okay.
Whoever's in charge doesn't want anyone.
That is
Hey,
the...
Adam.
Hey,
Hey Adam, hang on a sec. Filling out supply request forms for McCready and his boys is tedious as hell, but I don't want to give him another reason to say no.
Say no to what?
Are you kidding me? Right now, you're the only active augmented agent we have. I'm hoping to change that, been asking him every week practically, but so far, permission denied.
Really? He give you a reason?
Says my stress levels are too high. Told me I should sign up for meditation classes and drag Chang in with me so he'd chill out and stop changing security codes all the time. It sucks, because I really wanted to find out who those crashers in Dubai were.
I still can't believe Miller gave the gold mask case to McCready.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. You were there too. You're probably as pissed about those guys getting the drop on the team in Dubai as McCready is. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there. Agent Singh might have been killed.
After the bombing, when Chang changed all the locks and codes, was he under orders? Was there a credible threat to our location?
Maybe, but I don't think so. You know how he gets. Still, he wasn't the only one overreacting this time. A lot of people have been here for over 36 hours, and the state police have not exactly been cooperative.
I can imagine.
It took several hours before we got the security footage from the train station and surrounding streets. It's like they don't trust Interpol. It's weird. I can almost understand Chang's paranoia.
Well, Chang doesn't trust anyone, especially anyone in law enforcement.
Well, if you thought he was high-strung before, the attack only made him more manic. He's making connections no one else sees, and some that may not be there.
Explosions tend to damage things like sensitive electronic equipment.
Right? Try telling him that.
You were saying your stress levels were affecting your chances of becoming a field agent. Why is that? I
have a rare resistance to neuropozyne. I need more than the average person, especially in stressful situations. They say I'd be too expensive, so it's not just discrimination. That would be easier to deal with. It's a combination of things.
Well, that combination of things is pretty bad in Prague, and getting worse.
I know, but Interpol was the only agency who would give me a chance, and this is where I was assigned. I have no problem with that. I'll take whatever they throw at me.
Good.
It took me months of rehabilitation, getting used to the new arm, learning how to shoot again, learning how to tie my own boots. But I did it, and I'm better than I was before. I want to help, and I can. My place is out there in the field where I can make a difference. You know that. And if you can do it, so can I.
Don't give up, Aria. Semper Fi.
Hoorah.
Well, I better let you get back to work.
Yeah, sure. Talk to you later.
I like you, but where's my card?
Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
Hey man, give me a hint.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Done.
Access granted.
Woo! Jen, starting next week, TF29 is going to have a psychologist, Dr. Delara Ozen. In addition to providing mental health care to TF-29 personnel, she'll be creating POI profiles and assisting in hostage negotiation. When she gets here, can you show her around the infirmary and walk her through ordering whatever she needs? Thanks, Jim. Well... Okay. Wait. There's a door there. Okay. What? But wait a minute. Got it. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck, but this vent isn't helpful. This vent is not helpful. Because I broke through here, but nothing leads inside. I need to go up there. Fuck. I can't try to hack it. Ooh.
These guys might as well just go. I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
Access granted.
Mac, reassure me that this new bombing doesn't mean the Dubai investigation is going to be given to Muscat. Not a chance. Those were our people we lost. Investigation stays with us. I have Miller's word on it. Sir, Mac has just instructed me to put together a mission in Dubai. I asked him why we were given this assignment, but he didn't have any explanation. With all due respect, sir, shouldn't Muscat be handling this? Agent Gerber, the reason your superior didn't have the explanation you wanted is that he knows better than to question orders. Just listen to what McCready tells you and get on with it. Director Miller. The third... Always open. We all know someone who died in that action, or one consolation that they died doing for what they believed in. Wait. That was a mass email. Hold on. Let's save. I really don't know.
Malfunctioning augmentation. opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world.
I've run DNA
and
checks
many of
through all
the
the alphabet
protests have turned
agencies.
violent.
Nothing. Shut that down.
This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue among opposers.
Asian gents!
Oh. While protecting and upholding international peace in an uncertain and changing world, Task Force 29, referred to Iran, I don't know, as TF-29, stands committed to countering and disassembling threats around the globe from the malicious intents and actions of those wishing harm or disruption on our persons, communities, and governments. To achieve this mission, it is our constant duty to maintain a reactive list of individuals and organizations suspected or accused of illegal activity, terrorism, or intent to harm, incite, or destabilize, monitor threats suspected or confirmed at local, national, and international levels, counter local, national, and international terrorism in both pre- and post-incident capacities in order to preserve international peace and stability, conduct post-event investigations to ensure future or repeat incidents are negated and major perpetrators are prosecuted and imprisoned under agreed international statutes, support the policing and the legal maintenance of major and are insensitive border controls or segregation limiters, including augmented separation sites, provide counterfeiting tools and identification monitoring to national border control operatives. Tell me about it. I'm going nuts.
Reporting to you live from Ficus.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
I have nothing here.
In yet another augmented terror attack.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Fucking hell. Wow.
Look at the bomb site myself,
Purity
but
First is
no
an
dice on our
anti-aug
show.
group dedicated to keeping humans human, all pure, no augmentations. In their obsessive pursuit of this goal, they have taken extreme measures and are suspected of being responsible for multiple acts of breaking and entering, vandalism, and theft. On occasion, they've even become violent, being implicated in several assaults and murders as they push for their goal of human purity. They've been quiet since the incident.
Okay.
Composition could tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that really does the talking.
This guy is the face of the Jinn and a charismatic force of nature. They call him the Bull of the North and the Heart of the Jinn. Real name Solar, works in conjunction with his cold and calculating brother Wasim, who saved his life during the AUG incident. He is proudly augmented and parades his AUGs around wherever and whenever he likes. The hatred of AUGs from groups around the world has only emboldened him and his organization.
Okay.
Preemptive action would be great if we were at
Our arms dealer Shepard, aka John Trent, is a former Special Forces commander and ex-Bell Tower operative.
One of them would pop
And
up on
as is
some
typical
list
for those ex-Bell Tower employees, he's been selling off old Bell Tower tech and weapons. But we don't need to worry about him. He was killed by those gold mask guys in Dubai.
Yeah, I was there.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet. I'll nail it.
Ah, Wasim Alam, the head of the Jinn, former limb clinic doctor and surgeon before he turned to more profitable enterprises. He brings the same cold and calculated approach he brought to saving lives to running his business with his brother, Solar. Ah, Agent Singh, great poker player. I still owe him 100 credits. So I hope his incursion with the Jinn lasts another few months. You know, maybe he'll forget I owe him the money.
Okay.
I just wish someone would nut up and take the blame.
Ah, the elusive Radic Nikoladze. This guy's a piece of work, driven and ruthless. When he came up, he was the youngest boss in the Diwali crime family. The man spends more money on suits than most people spend on their houses. But don't let the looks and the haute couture fool you. He's the boss, he's in control, and he's squashed more than a few people who've tried to take him down along the way.
You know what it is? I can tell he's reading. Like, obviously the voice actor is reading, but it doesn't really sound very natural saying his lines.
Preemptive action would be great.
Oh, here we go. The Diwali crime family. As you may already know, they're one of the largest crime syndicates in Eastern Europe, but they do business almost everywhere, from Northern Europe all the way to the Middle East. After their humble beginnings in a coastal town in Georgia, the Diwali quickly moved from gambling to more lucrative criminal enterprises, till they found their specialty, smuggling, which includes human trafficking too. The Diwali can get anything to anywhere. It's as if borders just don't exist to them. But their rapid expansion came at the cost of their Georgian purity, when they started incorporating an ever-increasing number of Russians into the group. If you ask me, I think a major power struggle is coming within the Diwali. One of the old versus the new, the past versus the future. The classic Diwali structure has two spies, or Pakhans, working for the lieutenant who report directly to the boss, to make sure he stays the rails. Those guys are pretty violent.
These guys might as well be ghosts. You think one of them would
Is it or is it
Ah,
not?
the Diwali called this guy Constantine. Like that's supposed to be intimidating, right? We don't have a last name for Constantine, but until his death in the Rizika bombing, he was a high-placed member of the Diwali crime family, answering to Otar Botkavelis. We suspect he has lots of connections in the upper echelons of the organization, all the way up to Radic Nikoladze and beyond. Between you and me, I suspect that he's a Khan, a spy that watches a Diwali lieutenant closely to make sure he doesn't make a move on the boss. Otar Botkavelis. This guy's a classic. They don't make many like him anymore. Sharp mind, a real businessman. One of those gangsters who thinks that crime is a necessary evil, you know? If it's gonna happen, he's there to make sure people have respect and make good money. Good business.
They don't care about it. I'd love to get a look at the bond site myself, but
Otar's right-hand man is this guy, Vano. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean, but he's strong and loyal, something Otar values greatly.
what I hear, the explosives were designed to get maximum spread.
You've heard of these guys. ARC, or the Augmented Rights Coalition. They're a human rights group who, on the surface at least, is trying to provide equal rights for augmented people. It was started by Dr. Talos Rucker, soon after the AUG incident when Rucker started to speak out against the anti-AUG legislation that was being passed by several local governments. If you ask me, it's not working. Things seem to be getting worse. ARC preaches non-violence, but a string of terror attacks has put them on the terror watch list. So I'll let you be the judge.
You think one of them would pop up and...
Dr. Talos Rucker, former limb clinic doctor and current leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition. Rucker has chosen to leave his native Germany and to live in the Utilek complex near Prague as a protest to draw attention to the upcoming Human Restoration Act vote. Rucker is a pacifist and believes that what is happening in Prague is what will happen all over the world if the Restoration Act becomes law.
I don't even know where to start.
You know as much as I do about these guys. They're augmented, well-trained, and very dangerous. And they seem to be massing weapons and AUGs for some sort of attack. We don't know what
I'd
yet.
love to get a look at the bond site myself, but
Samizdat is an underground news outlet that likes to think of itself as the real news. They are anti-establishment and anti-almost everything else, including business addresses, so we like to keep our eyes and ears open for any mention of them. Here we go, the Church of the Machine God, and to some, the Church of the Machine, without the God. And then again, to others, the Singularity Church of the Machine God. This group has so many names and subgroups, it's hard to keep track. And believe it or not, they've been around in one form or another since the early 1970s. There are a lot of contradictory reports on who they are and what they want, but in general, they all want the same thing. They want to merge their consciousnesses and become one with the Machine God through a ritual they call Ascension.
They're fucking crazy.
Close my eyes, but all I see is strings of codes.
Janus. I mean, what can you say about him? Or her. Nobody really knows who or what Janus is. But what many believe is that Janus is running the most dangerous hacking group in the world, attacking corrupt politicians and businesses on a global scale. The corporate world is terrified of Janus.
I'd love to get a look at the bond site myself, but no dice, not our show.
The Church of the Machine God has a leader, but all we know about her at this point is that she's a woman, and they call her Mother. That's creepy, right? I think that's really creepy.
Just wish
There's a rumor that
none
the
of
Church of the Machine God is building a machine that will help bring forth the Singularity. Sure, I guess that's a possibility. I'm just not sure what they would plug that machine into.
Smart move. Is it or is it not a probable target?
Patience is the first thing you learn to have.
This is really cool.
Posturing, as opposed
How they have this thing here, and you can learn more about the factions and the setting.
I've run DNA checks.
I like that. Hold on, let me save again. Oh my goodness. I haven't made any progress besides accepting a side mission.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
it's the right call. I'm relieved, to be honest. Negative. They're saying it was faulty wires. They've been everywhere with the phone. I'd love to get a look at the bomb site myself, but no dice, not our show.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Oh.
No, that's not consistent with the train station cameras.
Wait a second.
We're out of here. Explosives were designed to get Max. We've been scrubbing through garbage for hours. Still nothing.
Anomaly detected.
Okay.
Trace program initiated.
Everywhere.
One of them will pop up on some list.
Okay. I think I know what to do.
It's the trigger that
Right now, I think my blood is level. Run DNA checks for all the alpha. Run DNA
Anomaly
checks for all the alpha.
detected.
No, that's not consistent with the
Trace program initiated.
You know, state police aren't above close.
Access granted.
Oh! That was close. Ben, I finally managed to get that search warrant you wanted for the internet cafe. Don't tell anybody you're suspicious that Janus contacts a local operative there. They won't accept that because in their minds, that makes it a local issue and therefore it's jurisdiction, not ours. I got the warrant by pretending the suspected contact is connected to ARC and knew about the bombing. I'll let you know when the warrant arrives. Don't do anything until then. Sorry. I know Miller wants you on the bombing, but please, under the radar, continue keeping tabs on Janus. We have a lot of people on Rosica, and we need to get this guy before he gets us.
Preemptive action would be great.
This got me anywhere.
Janus relies on public
Hasn't
perception.
gotten me anywhere. Oh. Know what I'm gonna do? Cause I'm kinda... Did I read this? Let's save again. I think I'm gonna go downstairs and use my eye power because I can't find shit. Wow.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
I got it.
Access granted.
Simon intercepted a local communication talking about a storage locker being used as a drop-off. I looked into it and it turns out it's right near us. Been watching it for a few days and already clocked several Volley members going in and out. We should take a look in there when we have a clear idea on when we have a good window of opportunity. We don't want to spook them off. The current code they're using is 6354, but I'll update you if it changes. Thanks. Hi, Selena. I want to share the good news with you. I'm licensed again. I owe it all to my rep. We negotiated the deal. I won't bore you with the official alphanumeric designations, but basically, all I had to do was change the designation of my legs, and now I'm back on the duty roster. We shipped to Afghanistan in 10 days, so it looks like your favorite cousin is back to fighting the good fight. Selena, I need to check the NSN lava walls level 100%. It had to resist a lot of attempted hacks recently, but I'm still told by some that I'm just being paranoid when I keep pushing for security procedures in this place. Like I don't have enough shit to fix. You'll need to use a new code to get in. I changed the keypad to 7734. Give me a shout when you complete the diagnostic. Check the NSN lava wall. Hold on. Man, I'm gonna start taking notes of this. Hold on. 7734 NSN. What is an NSN? Oh. That's the NSN. Yes! This is what I wanted, right? This is what I wanted. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got somewhere. I absolutely got somewhere. This is incredible. I got somewhere. Whew.
Alex, the whisper chip is in.
Weird, it's already picking up a freak. Jesus, Adam, is Miller in there right now?
No.
Shit, gotta go.
Jensen, I need to see you, now!
Can I save? I don't want to get in trouble. I mean, usually the cutscenes are quite long. So I'm gonna end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.